Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade, EM, and chat repair, and all different types of things. Everybody, if you would do me a favor, go to YouTube and subscribe to Dave's Arcade. He is the co-host that is on here occasionally, and he had started a new channel. He's got a couple subscribers, but yeah, if you could reach out and give him a subscribe, it'd be really cool. Let me see if I can pull him up on here. And just do it this way. Right here, channels. Dave's Arcade. DAVE 'S Arcade. Check him out. He is, the occasional co-host on here, and he has made videos for my channel. And he's also right here. So yeah, click in and jump on to Dave's Arcade and follow him. He's got 24 subscribers. Let's get him up to 30 by the end of this video. So I want to get a few more posted, but yeah, you get your videos up there, but you get your people to hop on, and then once they start seeing your videos, you will just start growing more and more. That's how I started, and then spamming the entire pinball network so they could see all my videos. But if anybody's interested, here is my link for my YouTube channel. Click on that, subscribe if you could. I'd enjoy it. And then here is Midwest Gaming Classic. Check them out. It is April 29th through May 1st at the Wisconsin Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Midwest Gaming Classic is everything gaming. So whatever your gaming needs are, whether it's from pinball to arcade to console to computer to board to card to cosplay to RPG to anything, check out Midwest Gaming Classic. And as you looked in the title, we have new work methods. Yes, I have been talking to one of my buddies named Wes, and we were talking about different ways to work on machines. So we are going to work on this one differently. Let me get my computer pulled out. What are we hanging on? Uh-oh. What did I unplug? Okay, good. It was just my camera. Just your camera, Mark. Yeah, it's got a battery in it, though. Oh, I bent that cord good. There. Woo! So I would have to restart OBS on that one. Oh, look at that. You see a couple play fields there. Solar field has none and no back glass. Look at that. Wildfire has no play field and no back glass. Things are going on here. Alright, and as soon as this gets done, I can put my playfield jig out and start on these two playfields, which will be tonight. Alright, I promised you a new method for working on these heads. So let me get over here and we will check this out. Bigger screwdriver. Yeah, that seems to work. Let's put these here. Let's get my chair here. Nope, where's my table? Get my table over here so I can have a place to put my junk. We need a container. We are gonna be doing something new that I haven't done before. We are completely taking out the inside of the head. So I always struggle to get a good view with everything that's in here and to clean better and everything. This made a lot more sense to do this. So I know it's a little extra work. But it's going to be worth it, I believe. Now I already had taken out all the light bulbs are out of this. So it has no light bulbs in it right now. But from what I did with my measurements, it doesn't matter if they're in it or not. But like I said, when I do my machines, I have to take the bulbs out anyways because they're not needed. This should be loose, and it is loose. Okay. This is not needed. It can go here. Now, if you look at the head, this, well, right here, this is higher than the score reels. It's higher than this. It's higher than everything, including the bulbs. So this can actually just go like that and get laid down. Now look at this. I can get all right into here. Also easy. I don't have this big wall around me anymore, you know, to work on anything. I can totally get at everything because we don't have this, you know, that big wall that's like that big. Well, it's actually, it's about that big. I don't have that big wall that's that big all around me. Cool, you just got 5 more videos public. So now I can easily turn this so you guys can get better views on everything. So I like this new method. I'm going to be using this more often as we can. But we need to move you this way so you guys can see better because of the chat window. It is right here. But we can do this too. Do you guys really need to see my side view? Yeah, it'd probably help you out a little bit. Alright, I want to get this more in the middle. This is that little annoying little stepper. They break easy. You lose parts for them. And they are garbage afterwards. So we are going to be working on that. And look at that, I got more room to put all my tools. This is a tricky stepper to work on too. And I will tell you why as soon as we get to working on it. One of the big reasons why this is a tricky stepper, because it likes to move when you take it apart. These 2 wheels, let me get on my baby screwdriver. You will be able to see one. As you can see, it's sticky. It's so sticky it doesn't want to move. But these wheels They spin around together and they are keyed together on both sides of this. If you don't get them lined up correctly again, it's a little pain in the butt to get them going. But there's a trick here. Along the side here, where all these wires are attached, these are all numbered. So what you can do is you can follow your traces on the side and see what number goes to what. And you can see how your pad on your little wiper disc here is going to what trace. So if you do spin this, because there's 4 notches where you can put this back on, if you do spin it, you can immediately go over to the other side and see what traces these are on. So one of the traces, I gotta get my magnifying thing because my glasses are not the best anymore. And it's just easier to see. This one of them is on 5, and so on this, 5 right here, and then one of them is on 5. So that is in sync, which is good. So the first thing we're going to do is clamp this little clip, and we're going to slide it off just like that. These are this little spring clips. Do not lose them. We will be putting that in there. So now I can take this disc off, clean the gunk off of here, get a little lube on it so we can get this all cleaned again and working properly. Now, out of all the steppers, these are like one of the hardest to find replacement parts for. You can find a couple of the parts, but the ones that you usually need are a pain to find. They're usually very hard to acquire. I do have spares of my own that I am keeping for my own use. I have a couple that I acquired, but I am not selling them because they're so hard to find, and when you need them, you need them. We're getting that cleaned. We'll clean out these little contacts here. We will get on this disc and clean the disc. As you can see, I am holding this side with my hands because I'm trying not to spin it and get it out of sync. But it doesn't matter. I showed you that little trick where you can just look at what numbers it's on and get it back in the sync. So I did that with my Grand Prix. Wasn't even thinking. Took it all apart, cleaned it, spun it around, and then realized, uh-oh, this doesn't match up. And this is in pretty good condition still. I have to get a different little scrubby pad. I don't know if this is gonna... No, that's not gonna do it either. Let's get my scissors. That will just cut part of this scrubby pad to make it a little easier for me to work on this. There we go. Like I said, this shaft is squared on the inside. It's round right here, but on the inside it's squared, and that's how that disc hooks up to it. While I was over there, I should have grabbed my grease too. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I'm right-handed, so it's a little easier for me to clean with my right. There, my grease. I don't know if you guys watched me put grease on before, but I do it a little different now. I still put it on, put a good load on it, and I rub it in, because you know all metal and everything does have microscopic pores. Now I'm going to take it and wipe it all off. What that does, it's going to leave a very thin film on it still. There. It still has its thin film. Now I just spun it. Alright. I need to see where I'm at now. You need to watch both of them because there's two. One that is on 4 and the other is on the center disc, which is 0. Okay, so I need to line this up with 4 and 0. Four would be there. Is it 4? Yep. 4 and 0. So this trace right here, it goes all the way to number 4. I know you can't really see it that good. Well, now you can't see it at all. But if I follow the trace that this is on right here, I can see it goes to number 4. And in the middle circle that goes around in it is 0. So we're synced together. We will find my little possible clip. I want to get my bigger, what do you call it? Pliers. And I don't like that either. Not those, we want these pliers, so I can grab it and squeeze it both. Get it on there, and I can just push it on with these. Alright, that's a little better. We're still not spinning good. One of these sides is sticky still. See, we're still sticky. So now we got to work on this side. And let's see if I can spin it so we can get to that side. Just put them on the table. All right. Where are we? I'm gonna have to just go wider. All right. Yeah, it's going to be a hard one to see. Hey Turbo, what's up? Alright, we're on this side. Let's get this one off. again. Put that off to the side. And that one's a little gummy too. Let's take off my stupid hat. We will get to over here. We'll grab another clean corner and wipe this off. Get the stickies off of it. Ryan, did you guys you had some downtime today. Did you guys figure out your streaming issues on Friday? Settings or anything like that? That goes there. I don't trust that there. I'm going to lose it or something. As you guys know, Ryan streams with Buffalo Pinball Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central, with Dave. So give them a shout out. Watch them if you haven't. They are awesome. The dynamic duo, that's what I call them. Because they feed off each other, and that makes a great show. Alright, that is actually pretty clean. So yeah, if you want to throw your link up there for Buffalo. I'm trying to get Dave's page going. I'm going to do my best to help Dave out. So everybody, like I said before, hop on YouTube and go to Dave's Arcade. DAV' Arcade. Well, Dave is in D is in capital and Arcade's in capital. Check it out. Give him a subscribe. And he has made a couple videos for me, and they are great videos. Dave's a wealth of knowledge. So if you're into any type of pinball repair, Dave is a channel that you need to watch. Alright, what are we on this one? Let's click it around. Okay, that needs to come up on top. There's my screwdriver. That can help out too. Oh, come on. What are we stuck on? Here we go. We got spring issues with this thing. This thing just doesn't want to turn good. This could be bent too much. There's too much tension on that. Maybe what are we on? We're on 3 on one of them. Dear. At least you got your TurboGrafx 7 still up on Twitch that you can always do testing on. Get on there. I hate working on these little ones. There. Now I believe this is just bent. Or is it bent wrong? Does it belong under there? I can't remember. Maybe it does go under there. I don't know, but we're gonna clean that area really good. Maybe it's just gummed up with grease that's holding us back from it spinning correctly. That's what I'm hoping. I can't remember how that goes. I might have to dig out one of my spares. And see how that goes. It's gonna be going good now. I think it's going good now. It's got a little stickiness. Let's look for one of mine. My spare. See, I got little pieces too. This is the Cadillac right here. Scored this off of somebody selling it, and they didn't know what they had. Okay, that does go underneath. And this one's got the extra switch on it right here. They all don't have that. So I gotta get that tab underneath it. Alright. So let's pull this back off. So I can move that over. Get that underneath. There. Alright, now where am I at now? We're on 3, 2. Let's go to 3. Three is right there. We're on 3. Okay. All right, let's get this a little bent down. We're still got a little hanging. So what I'm going to have to do, since we still got a little hanging, I'm going to have to clean a little bit more of this shaft. I think we're getting a little bound up on the inside, right in here, on both of them. I think that's what our issue is. A little dirty in there. What are we on now? We're on 5. And that one's on 3. That's not right. Four. What are you on? 4. Okay, I was wrong. All right. All right. Yeah, that's a little better. So we will take off this side and clean this side now. Clean inside the shaft a little better. Always afraid I'm gonna lose one of those. New Q-tip. Garbage. Q-tip. Naphtha. I need more naphtha in here. What's this? Thinking where it's riding inside here, it's gummy. It's dirty. It feels a little cleaner. I know this is some really interesting stuff I'm doing. But if you've never done it before, it may be a little bit more interesting. Okay. I want to clean this off better too. This gear can be a real pain in the butt. I'll show you in a minute. As soon as I get it clean off. Okay, I think that's working great now. Let me see if I can get that gear where you can see it better. Because that's a very important thing on these. Q-tip. It's got one good end on it. We'll save it right there. So we might need one end for something else we're working on. We are right here. It's kind of in the middle. I love this thing. All right. That's about as good as I'm going to get it zoomed in. I can't actually go in any closer. There's a whole ratchet. Let me get my stupid hat off. Put it over here. There's a whole ratchet assembly right here. This copper thing right here is the tension. That is the tension for this gear. There should be just a little bit of tension on it. And there's not enough. All right. Somebody's calling me. I forgot to mute my phone. No, I can't talk to you right now. I am in a stream. Alright. I have to get a little tension on this. There. Alright. Right here is a gear that kind of will go like that, back and forth. It's got a spring on it that helps it, and maybe I should clean that spring a little bit too. So we'll use the other half of the Q-tip. That spring doesn't move freely. That can give you issues too. I don't like taking that apart. Actually, this whole spring mechanism in here, it's really hard to get back together. So if you can just like drench it in some alcohol or naphtha to get it cleaned off, it's good. There. These are super finicky too. But you gotta remember too, this coil is firing like that. As you can see, when I do that, it does advance perfectly. And that's how your coil fires. So it has to advance like that. Just that force keeps it what it's doing. And see, if you do it slow, it hangs up. Where are we still hanging up? Are we too tight? That's another thing too. If everything is too tight, like the tension on these, that can cause hang-ups. See, we got a little hang-up there. Are we dirty underneath? Nope, we got perfect spring, everything. The only other thing I can think, no, we're good. I'm just not firing it right. Yeah, that's good. The ratchet is, yeah, I could probably clean that. Get in there. And this is the part that you got to be the most worried about, that ratchet. There we go. Now it's clean. Like I said, these are a pain in the butt. The whole ratchet assembly, all these gears and everything, they have to be clean. There's still dirt stuck in them. I'm gonna need to get one of my picks to pull the dirt out of the teeth. So yeah, the picks are good. We'll get that. These teeth, there's a little black line in each one of them. I want to clean out. Since all these gears are all original, they're probably got some type of wear on them. And there's nothing I can do about that. So these, once they get a little wear, they're never going to work perfectly. So me, by digging out this groove with this pick, is actually giving that groove a little extra step onto it. That seems to be working better now. Still got a little bitty hang up, but like I said, no, it's working perfect. No more hang-ups. Alright, that's perfect now. I had to get that little groove out. Got that groove out. And now it's working. Alright, pick's done. Put the pick away. I won't need that anymore. So we're going to go to one of the other steppers now. Stepper City! Woohoo! Alright, so let's do this one that's really sticky. That mama. This thing is sticky. You can see how slow it's going. There. Let's help it along. And let's watch it reset. That's player 1. That's player 2. That's player 3. And that's player 4. That should be snapping hard. And when I release it, that should be moving fast. As you can see, just by me moving it, it's going slow. If I give it an extra wind, will it go faster? I don't know. Yeah, that was too much because now it won't even advance. But I bet your reset's good. Yeah. So the one extra wind is too much. That's where you get the fine point in the winding of these. You get the one wind. You do 3 to 4 winds. I want to get this on both sides so you can see better, wider, and where we need to go. This way. Oh, this is screwing with me, the camera. Let's get on the back side of it better. Oh, this is almost just as hard. To do this. All right. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to get the thing centered for everybody so everybody can see it better. This does not make it easier for me at all to work on it. But this is about you guys learning what to do and what not to do. I'm getting my sleeves ready for both of them. I have to find my toolkit, which is over here. To get out my, what do you call it? A wrench. I believe it's a 7/16. Oh, that's too big. Is it? No. 7/16 inch wrench. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. My crack. I have to get my crack, everybody. I'm thirsty. Got my all Arnold Palmer light half and half. That's what I'm missing. That's why I'm getting goofy. Oh, that's so good. If you guys haven't tried Arizona Iced Tea Arnold Palmer, you need to. It is a must. We don't need these anymore. Let's put them away. We will need this. Alright, first thing on taking this apart. What I like to do is grab a screwdriver. Just a regular screwdriver. Now there's a hole that goes through right there. You want to keep your screwdriver there. Now you can put your wrench on the nut on the back here and you can loosen it. And that wasn't even tight at all. What that does, it keeps this whole thing from spinning as you're trying to loosen this nut and screw. Number two, what I always tell you what to do is take pictures. Yes, I do this all the time, but I still forget. I still forget what's what. I'm not a big stepper rebuilder. Well, I guess I kind of am, but I'm more of a score reel rebuilder. This will come off here. You got a nut and a lock washer. Those can go there. Now we will take my little screwdriver. Might as well put all my stuff in a bin. Can you guys see me? You can't see me there. So let's just turn that one off. Well, there. That moves the chat up a little higher too. We got this out. We won't need that anymore. We will first take this spring and we're gonna see how many turns it has. So we got 1, 2, about 3 turns off of it. We'll take this spring off. You don't want to stretch these or bend them. It's just hooked in there by a groove in the rod, and it will come out if you play with it a little bit. There we go. It will come out, and then it will come off of there. It will go in there. We got a washer, a spacer, and then that will come off. We will take this spring off here, put that there. Now this we have to unloosen and move to get the wheel off. You can just take one screw out, unloosen the next one, and then this will spin out of your way. And then we will just give it a little tighten down to keep it out of our way. Alright. Hey, happy Sunday, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping by. Now this should be able to slide right straight out. There we go. Look at all the poopy on there. As soon as we focus. Come on, don't make me autofocus you. Come on. Focus. There we go. Look at all that. The nasties on that shaft. Right here where my thumb is, that big glop there. We'll have to take that off. We get the naphtha. I'm going to clean this right now. I'm surprised I'm not sweating really bad yet. So I'm standing underneath the heater and I opened it up. Alright. Right here. Look at that. A lot of old grease on there. That's not good grease either. That's the gummy grease. Poopy, it had poopy all over it. That's my new funny term. Poopy. It's just full of poopy on it. Yuck. And then look at that. It's like a poopy wipe now because all that nasty grease. Because that grease was thick. So that grease was kind of poopy. It's like, I don't know if anybody's ever had kids, but that's like that grease was that kind of grease that you just wipe forever. So yeah, it was like that poopy stuff where it's like, come on, come off already. It's got the poopy grease. Or it was just thick and just wanted to stay on. We're going to clean off all surfaces of this. The spring even has grease on it. Jeez. There. Now you notice there's like red stuff on there. That's the ink off the spring. If you clean the red springs, you will take the ink off of them, which is interesting. Alright. I'll take mine. Well, this thing is just so bad. Take it and we'll go around on a shaft like this. Look at that, starting to shine. We want that clean, deburred if there's any burrs on it, but they're 99.99% never is. But it's usually just dirty. Sometimes they get pitted. I haven't seen too many that were. But there we had a nice and coppery color. Just what we want. I'm cleaning off this ridge right here. Right here, this area. Because that's what rests up against inside the shaft here. All the poopy's gone. There. So this is clean now. We'll set that off to the side. Get my Q-tips back out. And my naphtha is over here. We can stick it over here now. Clean that off and we'll go inside here, clean this whole shaft off. Not too bad considering what we got off that. Yeah, not too bad. Let's do another swipe. Swiper don't swipe. Swiper don't swipe. Swiper don't swipe. Aw, man. If you're a parent, you know that one. If your kids are old enough. Man, I was watching hell out of Dora. So we're going to go over the river, down to the stepper, through the score reels, up the playfield, down through the trough, and we will score the points. And that's how that goes. And you know what we're going to use? We're going to use the map. Use the map to find out how to score the points. Oh, am I losing it? I am so losing it, people. This was greasy too. Had a lot of grease on it. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Very decent for what it was. Yeah, I did lose it. I lost it. I admit it. Now, cleaning these off, there's several methods. I always go over this. Whatever you want to do, as long as you're not using sandpaper, is okay. You can polish it. You can use the green Scotch-Brite pad that I use. You can use chemicals like Brasso or Tarnex to clean it. That's okay. Just please do not use sandpaper. The only way I would ever say using sandpaper is if these contacts were physically damaged. That is still greasy. It's physically damaged, or like where they're rough and sharp. That'd be the only way I'd ever say use sandpaper on it. I've had one that was like that, and I don't know how it was, and I just went a little bit with sandpaper just to clean off the sharp edges on it. It is very greasy for some reason. Yeah. And that green you see there, how it's darker like that, that is the dust off my Scotch-Brite. That's why I like these Scotch-Brite, is because this is the sacrificial. As I'm cleaning and like polishing these, this is what crumbles and falls apart in pieces. That's why I love the Scotch-Brite. I can go over there. Now we will, I know it's hard for you guys to see, but we're going to start pulling off these snap rings to get, well, there's one here. Pull off this one snap ring right here. And then this rod will come completely off. Now here's one of the hard things to clean is this right here. What I like doing is I'll take my naphtha and I'll put a couple drops on it. And we're just going to go back and forth like that. That should get any of the leftover old gummy grease out of there. And I'm going to let it sit for a little while so it dries. And then we'll put some of my super lube that's in the pen form. Put a little drop on each side of that. And then that will re-lubricate this. Because you want this, as you can see, it is a little sticky. You want that to be free. Free to do what you want to. Choose your own destiny. Free to do what you want to. Now, you might know what that song's from. Who sang that? Bonus points if you know who sang that song. I'll just clean all this off right away too. I'm losing it. Yes, sirree. I'm losing it. And I'm going to have nachos later for supper. We had nacho yesterday, my world famous nachos. And the reason why they're world famous is because I said so. That's why they're world famous. They're Mark's world famous. Not really, it's just big can of nacho cheese from Woodman's. Any type of taco seasoning you like. Some ground beef. You get any type of tortilla chips you like. Get whatever toppings you like. I like jalapeno, sour cream, and tomatoes. And then make yourself nachos. And that's my famous recipe. Right, that's clean. And that song that I was singing was by Striper. Okay, we'll get this out now. Let's see if we got one end here that's, ooh, that's looking nasty. Look at that, yuck. Striper, that's who sang that free song. free, free to do what you want to. How many people actually listened to Striper before? It was really, I think it was Christian rock back in the 80s. But they were popular. They're like the world's most popular Christian rock band ever. It was crazy. Everybody's like jamming the Striper, not knowing that they were jamming a Christian rock. I had a couple of their cassettes. I had Hell with the Devil and In God We Trust. I cannot tell you any of the songs that were on them. I just know I had them. And then they had these cool bodysuits that were all like striped and stuff like that. So, 2 links. One's for Mark's Basement Arcade. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy any of this stuff that I am doing. Oh, thanks, Dave, Brenna98. Thanks for the bits. Appreciate it. Oh, somebody, there it goes. It's popping up on my screen. Thank you. Woohoo. And also, Midwest Gaming Classic, April 1st through, no, not April 1st, dummy. It's April 29th through May 1st, 2022 at the Wisconsin Center in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And is it the green one? And also, everybody that's here, since I got a captive audience, go onto YouTube and search for Dave's Arcade. That's D, capital D, A-V-E-S, well, A-V apostrophe S, Arcade, and subscribe to him. That is Dave Brennan's page. He's co-host once in a while. He does make videos for me once in a while. And he started his own YouTube page. I think he's got 24 subscribers right now. So let's get him 30 by the end of the show. He's going to be doing a whole different content than I am. He's going to be more into the solid state games. Or the rare, odd EM type games. Alright. So yeah, that's D, capital D-A-V-E, apostrophe S, capital A for arcade. Go there. Check it out. And then also, there you go. Also check out Pinball and Mayhem. That's my buddy Jeremy's page. Check him out, him and Ed, and my buddy Ed. Check both of those guys out. They have very good content on theirs. Jeremy is the pinball guy. I'm going to say that Jeremy's the pinball guy because you've been doing a lot of pinball. And Ed is the guy that does anything to do with quarters. Any type of thing that you drop a quarter in, Ed works on it. So give them both a check out. Subscribe to both of them. Yep, good. There you go. There's the link for Dave's Arcade. Also, Jeremy's got another page if you want to throw that up, Jeremy. Your other YouTube page. Jeremy also streams too. So check him out. He streams on YouTube and Twitch occasionally. But don't subscribe to him on Twitch. Go to YouTube and subscribe to him. That's where Jeremy wants everybody to go, to YouTube. So go to YouTube and subscribe to Jeremy. And I'm missing a screw for this coil. Alright. Now I'm wrapping. Coil stop looks good. There's a gouge there. Let's get my little files. It's like a real rough spot on it. Right here. Don't know how. I'm gonna have to inspect that. Plunger. Nothing. Nothing wrong with it. Why is there one rough spot on here? I wonder if this was like dropped at one time or something. Okay, another channel to go look at is Mike's Classic Pinball. He does more of wood rail style, and he does EMs too. He's been MIA lately. He's been very MIA. Good. All right. And then, you know him as the crazy guy that doesn't follow any instructions, constantly tears stuff apart, forgets where it goes, then has to go back, look at instructions. So check it out, the one and only Mike Dimas, the Pinball Shenanigans. Check him out too. He is another great asset to the pinball community. If you're into interesting people that do comedy on their channel, but with no intentions of doing comedy. Plus, he's just a great, awesome, nice guy. Very fun to watch, entertaining to watch. Puts tons of videos out weekly. Check out Pinball Shenanigans too. Yep, like Jeremy says, please follow Twitch and sub on YouTube. He goes to Twitch to get the YouTubers. You can't blame him for that. YouTube is where it's at for audience that's like us. I stream on Twitch. This is my donation to the Midwest Gaming Classic. This is all free time for me. This is how I donate and volunteer for the Midwest Gaming Classic. Because I believe in what they are doing and their cause for everything gaming. So this is my way of thanking them for being what they are. Alright, coil stop. Did I clean that? No, I'm going to clean out the back of that. There. Alright, screw. I have to dig out some screws too. One screw. Because I am missing one for this other coil. Now this coil, you see it's got no paper on it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's perfectly okay. These wires are actually coated in a type of enamel. So that's not doing anything. When that enamel burns off, that is when you start having problems with the coils. But this is okay. It's perfectly okay leaving it like that. We have nothing to worry about. So we will just leave that alone. Let it be. Let it be. Let that coil be. Because it doesn't need a wrapper. So we're gonna let it be. If that coil was shorted, it would give the machine a shock and blow a fuse. But since it's not doing anything, we'll let it be. I got this bag of screws. Usually when I get flipper rebuild kits, I get a lot of screws. You know, like I'm going to put brand new screws back in something that doesn't need brand new screws and throw the old screws out. So I keep those screws. Whisper ohms of wisdom and let that coil be. Do, 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 do. 'Cause my clothes are dry, my clothes are dry, my clothes are dry. That's what that buzzing noise was. I guess we could put this back on. Alright. Alright, so we need to get this coil off and get the sleeve out. Why do you replace sleeves, Mark? Because they're wear items. They're the sacrificial lamb of the coil. Because this thing is plunging in and out all the time. And if you don't have something sacrificial, I can feel the grooves in there. If you don't have something sacrificial, you're going to sacrifice the expensive coil instead and burn a hole through it and then short your machine out. So they put coil sleeves in there, which is the sacrificial lamb of the pinball machine. Yeah, or so. But it sounds awesome, doesn't it? Jeremy and I go way back too. He's the one who got me into the YouTube thing. So, yeah, if you can give me a subscribe, give him a subscribe too. Do, 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 do. As you can tell, I like the Beatles. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to me. If you like what I do, subscribe to me and Jeremy. Do, 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 do. Woo! I have to say I feel very entertaining today. I hope I'm entertaining you guys. And not like you're going, man, this guy's just a nut job. I got to get out of here. Okay, that screw is very tight, that one I just put in. So maybe they stripped it out at one time or something, or put the wrong screw in. And then there's like, screw it, I'm just not going to put one back in. But it's going in tight. And it's staying tight. Alright, so we got, this is all cleaned up now. We will buzz this clean real quick. That is our credit switch. Believe it or not, this right here, this leaf switch, is what tells the machine if there's credits in it or there's no credits in it. That's what it is. This is just a counter mechanism. That's all it is. It just, every time you put a quarter in it, it advances. No, this is the player unit. Never mind what I said. This is not that, but the leaf switch thing on the player unit is for that. The credit unit is for that. This lets it know basically where the thing is sitting, if it's sitting on player 1 or player 4. That's what this is for. Alright, we'll put that under, over here, we'll put it on Dave's solar fire. He won't mind. Alright. Oh, that's right. Dave's not here. Dave's not here. Dave said he's out walking the dog. Alright, get a little goop on there. Is that enough? I like using that. Dave's not here. I know I'm bad. Dave's not here. Okay, this nub right here, this goes into there. As you can see, there's a big lip right here, and there's nothing right here. This will spin, and that is basically a stopper for this nub. This right here is what moves that switch up and down. As you can see, this is moving pretty free right now. Alright, now we're gonna take a little bit of this, put it on the shaft because it's metal to metal. And that's what we want. We want a lubricant on metal to metal surfaces. Not a lot, just enough. Actually, this is plastic, so we don't need any on there. Not on that one, but this one we do. That will go right in there. I do like just putting a little bit right on the edge there. You don't have to. But I like to. This. Remember I said the Super Lube Pen? The Super Lube Pen. We will take that off. And we will put a drop here. And get a drop over here. And then we will work that into that. But let's put this together. So if it leaks or anything, it won't. And then this, I just go like this to get that to move back and forth and work the grease in. Now that will move real super freely on its own now. And that's what we want it to do. Because remember I put the naphtha all on that and got the grease out of it. Now I just put some of that super lube in, so now this is like butter. This is a really good lubricant for this. That's basically all I use it for, is that. That will go like that. Yeah, but we won't stick that in there. This. See, this is right near my camera. I believe that is right now. Yeah. And I'm going to have to look at my camera again. See, this is why I say take pictures. Take pictures, because we don't remember where things go. I don't do steppers enough, or I remember them. Don't go breaking my heart, don't go breaking my, don't go breaking my, don't go breaking my heart. This is going to go here to here. Ba-ding. And that has nothing on it. That's, see, that this, on some applications there's a spring that goes on that, but not on this one. We're breaking my heart. This will slide over that, and then it will rest down into that groove, and it holds that washer on. This goes onto here. It holds all that together. this. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We'll try 3. Perfect. We're on player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. It can't advance anymore because this tooth right here, this part of the gear has no teeth on it. That will go 1, 2, 3. Alright, that is clean. Don't go breaking my heart. And I put all my junk away when I need it still. This C-clip goes here. And I take it and I spin them with my fingers just to make sure they are doing what they are supposed to be doing. We'll loosen the screw here. Bend that back over there. Let's get my... You go back over here. What I'm moving is the plate that the screw screws into. I'll tighten this up. Now we will see what this switch really does, because we might have to adjust it. Okay. Yeah. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. One of those is bent. I don't know if I bent it or it was bent. I have to dig out my spare leaf switch tool and fix that, because I broke my other one. Oh no, how'd you break it? Just by opening and closing the end of this, you know, by adjusting, they just eventually get weak and break. Yeah, they're both off. I'll go breaking my heart. What I'm doing now is I'm seeing as this opens and closes that it's moving both of those good. Alright, let me get my glasses on so I can look at it easier. Okay, yep. So as we go around, now once that goes back to player 1, both of these contacts open up. They're both open now. Can I get a tighter on that? Of course, you are all in the way. Let's do this. There. Remove the chat so nobody speak. Lights. Maybe a little light on it will brighten it up better. Yes, it does. So as good as I can get. When we're at 0, this leaf is open and this leaf is open. So when I go 1, it closes both of these switches because this comes off of here. And it's telling the machine it is now not on player 1 anymore. It must do something with something of the relays that are in the game. And when we go back to player 1, oh, what it's probably doing is advancing the ball every time. Once it goes around and then flips that, maybe it advances the ball. I don't know. I'm giving some good guesses. But as we're on player 1 all the time, then we go to player 2, then 3, and then 4. And you can see it won't advance anymore because there's no teeth on the wheel here. As you can't really see that, but there's no teeth right here. So it can't advance anymore. It's designed to do that. And when we reset, this rod is going to go down and push this, which opens those switches like that. So I am guessing that is for to let the machine know that it's not on player 1 anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Bird? Alright. So now we gotta get to this wheel. I'm gonna make sure all these push down really good. They all seem to be good. Now this is a very fun thing to do. I don't like doing this at all. You have to just barely go. I'm going very lightly on these. I probably don't even have to. They look pretty clean. Yeah, they're clean. You just make sure that these all push in and out. None of them hang up. None of them stick. Which they don't. They're all doing their jobs. Should I give him my key? Woo-hoo. Nobody knows, nobody knows. I don't believe this was keyed at all. No. They're all the exact same spaces. So it can go on like that, or it can go on like that. It doesn't matter. That's the difference right there. If I flip it, they're still the same spots. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Alright, and then we go to another big thing. We get our grease. Oh, a big glob. Just a big glob of grease. Don't go breaking my heart. Captain and Tennille, everybody. Just love them. Listening to them on a kid on WOKY when WOKY played good music. WOKY is a local AM station in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee. Alright, we'll take the last clean spot on this. Excuse me. And we will go through that. Find another clean spot. Clean that off. Trying to get the goop out in the middle of them. Alright. Hold the gear so when I push it on, it doesn't pop itself off. Get that on there. Put that. And the good thing about this now is, remember we used a screwdriver to get this loose? Now, as long as you put that nub on the gear back in that slot, it will actually tighten up against that. That's about as tight as I'm getting it. Yeah, we're binding up a little bit still. Let's give you a little loosen. Why are we like that? It was like that before. This is moving freely. Yeah, okay, well, let's lower this then. Give it one last turn. See what that does. This is adjustable a little bit too. I can show you how that gets adjusted. Normally I don't use my screwdriver for this, but I'm backwards on it right now. Alright. That's better. I still don't like that. Alright. Here is the adjustment that we can do. And what we're going to do. We're going to take this off. We're going to take this washer off. And we will take this off. We will take the tension off of it. Alright. Now as you can see, the spring, I will take it off. It has the little hook right here. This hook, you can place it in different gear spots on the gear. So we are gonna try to put it up one. And just stick it through the hole. And when it turns, it locks. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and that just feels too tight. Alright. So we're gonna take that back off of there again. And we will put it, let's try this one right here. Nope. We'll try it right here. We'll go up one. Okay. 1, 2. Nope, too tight. We're gonna have to go backwards. Okay, we were here. Let's go here. 1, 2. Sorry, that just seems so tight. Yeah, it's doing it. Yeah, we got no binding. It just seems... We'll leave it on that one. It's resetting good. It's climbing up good with no real resistance. We'll leave it on that. That seems good. So we'll take this. Let's clean that off. Take that washer, put it here, and then put this clip back on. Like I said, I like spinning these clips. Once you can spin them, you know that they're in the groove properly. So this stepper unit's rebuilt. Player 1, 2, reset. Player 1, 2, 3, 4, no more. Yeah, that's good. And we close, yep. That's rebuilt. And what time is it? Oh, it's almost 4. Crap, I really want to get this done today. So I don't want no more to do with this head. This was the last thing to do on the head, was to rebuild these 2 steppers. So I am going to rebuild the other stepper because I just want to be done with this. I want to take the head, stick it in the corner, and get the playfield out, because I have 2 other playfields I have to work on also. That's not the right one. It helps so much if you grab the right tools, Mark. Alright. Okay, so we got that rebuilt. That works like butter now. We adjusted the spring. We removed some of the tension off the spring so we could get the tension correct on the spring. We got a full reset now. It's doing its full reset. We're on player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. All these are lined up correctly. So this stepper is good. And let's just check the wires. And they are all still connected. Good. So let's get to the credit unit. So that means I got to move my tools so we can move to the credit unit. I won't need these, I don't think. Hopefully I can just slide stuff. Let's stick those in there. We won't. Well, yeah, we will need this. Credit unit. Okay, we are there. I am just trying to get this in the middle for you guys. Alright, this is kind of the same thing. It is very the same. Actually, it's 100% identical. First, we're going to remove these screws. Let's do one thing first. We're going to scribe right here. You'll understand why I do this. There, that's invisible, but when I remove it, it's going to leave me a nice witness mark. It should. And there we go. You can kind of see it a little bit right there. I can see it with my eyes, that's what matters. And then there's a little bit back here that you can kind of see a little bit of a line. That lets me know where everything goes. And this is on the free play mod, which is taking these 2 wires and twisting them together so they both touch. That's the free play mod. That's a popular mod. You just take them and strip them back a little bit and twist them. It is a very popular free play mod. But I'll just put a jumper on that. I won't do it now, but I'll do it later. Alright, same thing again. We take my screwdriver and we put it through this hole here on the credit wheel. Can we get you a little tighter? There. And that way we can go here, break this nut loose without advancing the credit wheel all the way up. What fell off? Oh, the sticker that says credit wheel, credit unit. This. We can put that back on too. Alright. Here we go. Where is it? Here it goes. Like butter, exactly. And again, we take our picture. This one's a little different, because this is a step up, step down stepper. The last one we did was a full reset stepper. That means it steps up and then it full resets to the beginning. This stepper will step up and then step down, because you can put a bunch of quarters in this machine, and let's say you get 15 quarters, and then once you hit the credit button, it's going to step down to 14, and then you play a game, and then you put in, play another game, and in the minute you hit the credit button or start button, it will go down to 13. So this is a step up stepper, so that's why we got this other lever and mechanism in here. Okay. And as again, we will take this and remove one screw and get it out of our way. This one uses nuts on the bottom because this is a bigger stack of switches. The other one just used the metal plate that the screw screwed into. This one, since it's got a giant stack of switches, it's going to use let's not do that. Let's do it this other way. I got a headache. Let's do it this way instead. I can remove two screws. Just take the whole thing and throw it to the side. It will be completely out of my way. So let's get that nice and tight. Alright, that's tight. We'll remove these two screws here. These two. This will remove this switch and the bracket for this whole stack. Just hopefully it won't fall apart. Alright, that's out of our way now. There. So we're a little cleaner too. Just trying to get that in the center. Alright. So we got that out of the way. So we're going to do the same thing with this spring. Take that off and see how many turns. We get 1, 2. It should be 3. 3. 4. We got 4.5 out of that, which I don't like. This is all greasy too. This is greasy like butter, Jeremy. You can use a pick on this too. There we go. I'm going to set these in order as I take them off. There's a large, small, and then medium. This is that clip that I took off the last one. And we'll go in there. This will pop right out. Like that. And again, you can see how this one is doing this same thing like the other one. Oh, there you go. You can see the reflection of the grease on the top there. Look at that. So let's use this old towel we got here. Oh, there's grease all over this thing too. Alright. I swear some of this grease that people use is corrosive, because there was a big glop right here and you can see how it took the chrome right off of it. Very corrosive stuff. So you can think of it that way. By putting grease on this stuff, you're actually doing damage. You might be lubricating it in the short term, but you're actually damaging it in the long term. I'm just doing this off the camera because I wanted it to drip into this rag. Alright, that's in there good. Oh, yes. The joys of EM repair. Okay, I can feel all the greases out of there. Let's just do it one more time. Yeah, it feels very free now. 'Cause it's free. It can spin how it wants to. It can move easily. It can move as it wants to. There's grease all over this wheel too, it looks. Alright, since we're cleaning this, let's take this, throw that in the garbage. And thank you, Dippin' Donuts. Alright. I'm going to make Dippin' Donuts my official super fan. I think you have earned it if you are still watching. I think you're going to be my super fan from here on out. You gave me all these nice towels. I didn't ask for them. You just said, here. You gave me towels for years. I mean years, literally. You are the nicest people. And I think you guys deserve that title as my super fan. So, yes, I think you guys got that. I know, Jeremy, do you still got your super fan? Alright, that's clean. Okay, let's get this off. Well, let's do this. We got the washer. Oh, you're just stuck. Oh my, look at that. You see that? That is hard like a rock. Oh, wow. Here we go. Ew. I have never pried one of these off. There. Nasty. Yet, this is the credit unit. It was set on free play. It probably hasn't moved in umpteen years. That's one reason why this was probably all solidified. Somebody greased it at one time years ago. This was done years ago. This wasn't done recently. This was done a long time ago. For that grease to be solidified like that, this had to be done at least over 10 years ago. Easily. There was no way this was done recently. No way at all. I'm going to use this old end to get in there, so I know I'm going to be using more Q-tips. And these Q-tips I use are the cheap Target brand. I like them because this is a plastic shaft, and it lets it bend easier for me. And I just like that better. Sorry if I move in and out of screen, but it's kind of hard to do this when I'm concentrating on this and not on you. Ugh. Look at that. The reason why I'm rebuilding the credit wheel is because I have a friend that's buying something. And if he does go through with it, he wants to possibly put some machines out. And if he does that, I might throw this machine over there by him. So I want everything to work on it. So somebody will be able to play Starpool locally out in the wild. So if I get everything working on it, I have a couple credit mechs. I have to see how the door is, if it's not all whacked out and bent mechs in it. Hopefully this will be a good candidate to be on location for somebody to drop some quarters in again. There, that's clean. This should pull right off. Yep, it's got a little poop on it. It's a little poop. Let's get over here and wipe the grease off. My back is hurting me too. Standing up. That's why I take so long to do these machines. So I get beat from, standing over them and working on them. One, I'm doing it on video so you guys can see it. And then two, it is a little tiring with all the bending over and stuff. Jeremy should know. And if Dave's here, he should know too. This isn't just like, regular stuff, this is, labor intensive. I am moving around, bending over the machine, reaching, and my back is getting stiff. And I stand on a machine for 10 hours a day working, driving around, And that doesn't bother me compared to this. This is still a little poopy. But we're getting the poopy off of it. Look at that, that's all old grease. Get the poopy off of it. Lots of poopy. So, I have done a marathon session on one pinball machine. And it took me 15 hours. That was maybe 18. It was about 18 hours. And I had it done in a weekend. And yeah, it wasn't the comfortablest thing ever. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I went from complete everything, tear apart, to clean, fully working in a weekend. EM. So, yeah, no, it wasn't fun. So I usually work on these 2 to 3 hours a day max. And then I'm done. I'm done for a day. This has been, no, that looks factory. It's got like a weld right here. Yeah, this is, I'm looking at OBS and trying to, yeah, go up right there. It's got a, yeah, I know you're going to try to get it focused for you guys. It's got a weld on it. Okay. Let's get some poopy remover on this towel and get the old poop off of here. Look at that. So yeah, this is like some good 10-year-old grease. Maybe old, even older. I bet it's maybe closer to 20-year-old. It's so thick. Okay. There's oil right on there. I can see it. And this is another reason why I try to disassemble my games as much as I can. It just makes them so much easier to work on than trying to contortiate your body under a playfield that is attached to the machine. You take the playfield off, you create a more comfortable work environment for you to work on a machine. Alright, that's clean. I need a Q-tip to get in and out of there. It's just better, I believe. So I know, understand some machines that you're doing a repair on it, you don't want to, that's clean. You don't want to tear it all completely apart like that, which is fully understandable. Let's get these coils off. Get new sleeves in them. See how much grease is inside of them. Yeah, there's oil on plunger. No grease, it's just like oil. Coil sleeve comes out good. That's garbage. I think I'm going to ohm test these coils real quick too, since they were so gummed up, just to make sure they were working. I want to put that label on too. There. Ohm test. Get a little drink of my crack. This is a Radio Shack tool. Yeah, that's good. 7.5, 7.6. Yeah, that's good. They're perfect. This is an old Radio Shack multimeter when Radio Shack used to have stuff. Well, when there used to be Radio Shacks. Now there isn't. People are like, Radio Shack? What are you talking about? Radio Shack used to be one of the best places to buy electronics. If you were an electronic hobbyist and you repaired stuff, Radio Shack was one of the places you would go to get all your needs for fixing anything electronic. And the thing is, they didn't evolve with the times too good, too fast. They kind of stayed what they were, and they needed to evolve quicker. And the problem is, too, is everything you could get at Radio Shack, you could now buy online. Yeah, I totally miss Radio Shack too, Jeremy. Everything that you could buy on Radio Shack, you could start to buy online. So they became more useless in the long run. So they really needed to just change who they were and become somebody else. Radio Shack is alive online and in a couple states still. One state, I think. I think one state they're still alive and actually have locations. I seen the pinball groups. Yeah, I just went to Radio Shack and picked this up. I'm like, Radio Shack? But yeah, if you needed caps or resistors or anything, you could just go there and they were like right at the store. Wire, if you were wiring anything up, like amps in your car or whatever, you could just go to Radio Shack and buy a spool. You can't do that anymore. Unless you're in that one lucky state that still has it. Okay, last coil. That's good. We got all the poopies off of here. You know, Jeremy, you like that new word, don't you? This is good too. These coil stops, I've only found a few bad ones in this whole time I've been doing pinball work. I've only found a couple bad ones. These are usually always really good. Only a couple bad ones. Somebody, what is that? What is that? Packrad V10 just subscribed. Thank you for 12 months in a row. Thanks for stopping by. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a while since I've seen you. I just heard my machine go bloop, 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 bloop. You're not going to use poopy on your streams? Oh, come on, Jeremy. When you're repairing something, you can be like, that's just a little poopy right there. But no, this I've never used that word before, but it fitted what I was dealing with. It totally fit what I was dealing with. Oh, your work schedule change, yeah. Tell me about it. I've done that before. 2007, I was forced into a whole new schedule at my job. A lot of people were. I ended up got stuck onto a Saturday, Sunday, Monday 12-hour shift for years. And then I ended up getting stuck onto the weekend shift at nights, where I actually worked night hours. 6 a.m. to, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Oh wow, that was horrible in my life. That's a shift that could get you divorced easy. It did not work for my life at all. It got me to a point where I was almost looking for another job. But I was lucky and stuck it out and got a first shift job. Well, that sucked. So yeah, anybody that is forced into work schedule changes, I totally feel for you. Get a little lube on there. Get that all going. Look at that. It's not glued anymore. That's the one I always screw up on. I believe it's there. Yeah. Now I gotta look at my phone. Okay. Oh yeah, I put it on there right. Woohoo! I might be the pinball guy, but I still screw up on my stuff. The EM guy, but I still do screw up on steppers. I don't do them enough. Well, I should say I don't remember them, because every game I do, I refurbish, I do the steppers, but they're all just a little slightly different, and I just don't remember them enough. That goes really good. I just don't remember them enough to remember what they're about. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Bird? There it goes. Come on, fall off there. Oh, we need a little lube on there. Oh, geez. So yearly your schedule changes a little bit. Reminds me of quad graphics. I know it was like for a while people were on night shift and then they were on days, and then people on day shift, they were on nights. It was a good company to work for. I had a couple friends that worked at Quad Graphics. And they told me after that it was a horrible company to work for. I'm just working at grease in there. Well, not grease, that the Super Lube Pen oil. Working that in there. I need to put a little bit more on it. I don't think I got it in the right spot. I didn't. I didn't put enough of it on. Now it's moving. Now I just got to close this back up. Didn't put a drop on a good spot. This doing works it around, flings it around inside of it. Look at that. Oh, this camera. See how that moves now? Like butter. Like butter. Alright. So Pack Rat, if you haven't, well, you were just got here, so talking about people to subscribe to. Dave Brennan he's got his new YouTube page up called Dave's Arcade. Capital D-A-V-E apostrophe S, capital A for arcade. Check it out. It's got a really cool logo. You'll see it. So Dave's going to be my competitor. Dun dun dun. No, he's going to do more of the like tech on, what do you call it? Solid state games. Well, he's still going to be a competitor. But the more people getting out there to do this for everybody, the better life is for pinballers. So the more people we can get out fixing these, the better. So I am all up for that. That goes on here. This one. We're gonna go on here. I actually woke up early today, Jeremy, but I had to shovel. I had to shovel, get stuff ready so I could stream. I seen that you had just like came on, and I'm like, man, I gotta get my shoveling done. I didn't do any shoveling the other day. My wife's like, Melissa said, you know, well, just like wait till it's warmer out tomorrow and then we'll shovel. So we had to do everything today. Then I took a shower, and I'm like, yeah, I ate a little bit, and then I just came down here. You know how I kind of wake up late. But I'm going to have to catch one of your shows again. This goes here. It's been a while since I hopped in. And then this goes here. Alright, down, 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 down. There we go. Now those will not reset because I don't have my spring set. Let's get that. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Let's get you on there. Alright. That's working perfect. Alright, that's working beautiful again. Now we will clean these stacks off. What, my buzzer? Alright, this is going to go like this, like this. Where's my little screwdriver? No, not much. But you see we got that big driveway. So I think we had there was probably about 1 inch, but then it was slushy. We did a big driveway and then around the house and then a back deck. So I think maybe about 1 inch. I'm going to have to say. I hope I put the switch on correct. I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. It's on correct. Alright. We are tight there. Tight there. Tight there. I didn't use a snubbler either. I just did it by hand. Alright. Let me get these to work correctly again. That one's bent open. I mean bent closed. That switch is probably the credit light. That's what that probably is. That's my credit light switch. Right now I'm just getting these enough. These are both open right now, these two. The top two are open and the bottom is closed, which I should move. Once you hit a credit in, this rod on the gear moves away and lets this switch cycle. As you can see it there, but let's get it tighter and lighter. I think that's pretty good. Alright, you can see the switches better. This top switch here is the credit switch. This is what lets the machine know that it can play a game. This switch here is the light switch that lights up the apron and says there's a credit on the machine. This switch here on the bottom is the max credit switch. So we have no credits right now. Since we have no credits, this switch is open, and this switch is open, and this switch is closed. This switch, as long as it's closed, it will let the machine advance this all the way around till we get to max credits, which I will show you. So now we put a quarter in the machine. Boom. This moves away from this switch. It lets both of these close. And now the apron light lights up and we have 1 credit on the machine. So you keep putting quarters in. This is going to go all the way around. Watch this rod here. And we need to adjust that down too. And that isn't even really hitting it that much. That is a short switch. I wanted it to open a little more. right past it. That there. That is too tight. Okay. It's got to go up higher. I'm just fine-tuning this switch a little bit. It's got to be up higher. It looked like it was bent way out of shape to me, but apparently it was pretty good. All right. Let's give you a little more tension on it. And you a little less tension. All right. So now this rod right here is going to go up. Now it just opened the switch here. Now that will not let the machine add any more credits. This is at max credits. And you can take this and unscrew it, and it's got several different places on this wheel to put it in. So you can take that out, which I think we will. There's no use it being on that many credits. We're going to put it right here. So now we're on reset. Now we're going to get, okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went right past it. That leaf is just like too short. It's either that or we need to make this rod fatter. Yeah. Or we can see if it's cockeyed a little bit. There we go. Now what, we're getting 8 credits out of it or 7? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're getting 7 credits out of it. I can do that a little bit. I don't like that enough. So we will heat shrink that. And we will make that a little bit fatter. Which I'm going to do is take this and we will slide that over it, and I'll heat that up with my lighter. And I'll make that shaft a little bit fatter with a little heat shrink on it. There. I can go to the next size, which should be here. put another one on it. To make it even a little more fatter. I just don't want it to slide past in case it ever it glitches. Let's do this, Mark. There. That's a little cooler to touch. There. Let that sit there. Put my heat shrink away. That's a little Harbor Freight kit, which wasn't cheap at all. Well, expensive at all. It was very cheap. There, now we got that switch a little fatter. Well, that blade will, there we go. So we are set at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At 7 credits, you can't go past 7 anymore. So if anybody does trick the game, they can't get past adding 7 credits. So that's how your credit wheel works. Now here's your wheel, so we're going to clean that off. It should only go to 7 in the window. Grab a towel. Let's use one of these. I don't need a microfiber towel for this. We can put you back on. There, you guys can see me again. I'll just go. This isn't really that dirty compared to other ones I've done. This is actually pretty clean. I've had some that were just disgusting. But we're only going up to 7 anyway, so really doesn't matter how much is clean on it. But I still want it to be fully clean. Now this will go like this. Washer nut, washer, and the nut. But Keith, well, he's only going to win up to 7 games. That's about it. Did I send you a picture of the apron on this game, Jeremy? I don't think I did. I'll do it right now. There you go. This is another reason why I kind of want to keep the game. As soon as you check your thing, I'll tell everybody about it. But that's one of the reasons I want to keep this game. Alright, let's get my screws. So let me know when you read it. And then I'll tell everybody else. So only a couple people know about that. Oh, get back here. There we go. And that's another reason why when you work on it like this, you take your glass out. So now those witness marks, remember I put those in there? Now this is going to line up perfect with the opening. Okay, well you got the picture then, right? This will line up perfect with the back glass, where I shouldn't have to adjust it. Okay, cool. Well, everybody, this game, Starpool, the designer was Steve Kordick. I believe he was the designer. But anyways, he signed the apron when this game was at Pinball Expo umpteen years ago when he was there. The owner that had this had him sign the apron, and he is no longer with us right now. Yep, he was the designer. Steve Kordick, he was the game designer for this game, and he's not with us anymore, so it's kind of cool that his signature is on this game. All right. Credit window. There we go. We're at no credits. Then we give it 1, and then we're at 1. Yeah, you can't really see it. There we go. We're at 1 credit. And then we go down 1. We're at 0. So what did I say? We should go up 7? There. So we're at 7 credits is the max this game will do now. And then that's a fully done. Oh, a magnet hanging there. Oh, you can see my score reels. I think they turn out really nice. They're nice and clean. I still have to clean the dummy reels up, but you can see how beautiful they turned out after I did my reel cleaning method. So this head is fully finished now, except for this. This is the credit unit sticker. So I can show you how I put those back on. Glue stick. This is regular glue stick. It was Ryan V's. It was my kids. This is regular glue stick that you would get your kids for class projects. You just put it on here, and you run the label over the top of it like that. You can see it says credit unit. And then the part that's going to stick down, that's the side you put the glue on. And you just take it and you can press it right back down, and it will stick back to the metal as long as it was cleaned off. And we did clean that. So now the credit unit sticker is back where it belongs. But you and I both know that's a credit unit, so we don't have to worry about screwing that up. But for somebody that doesn't know, may screw it up. But if you're digging in an EM head, you really should know what is your what and what isn't your what. Know what I mean, Vern? All right. Green one. Those just didn't look tight to me. I'm just going through. Right now I'm going over like these score reels. They got the nuts on them where they're tightened down to the board here. And this is like for good time for me to make sure they're tight. There's also grounds on them too, or power, whatever it is. I can't remember if these are power going through and then the other wire is the ground. I guess I should find that out. But make sure those are all good on there. And there wasn't one on here. Sometimes the stepper will have, I know the Chicago Coins ones do, and the Gottlieb ones do. They'll have a ground wire coming off of them. I'm just checking all my wires now. This is on free play, so let's put some credits on it. So when I do my thing, when I do my thing, we've been talking about that all day today. When I do my thing, the game will start up. I don't see any broken wires. I did have, I think, 4 score reels that were broke. 4 wires on the score reel were broke. Number match adjustment I am going to put on. But let's clean this Jones plug here. Since we're here, let's clean all these Jones plugs. It's on 3-ball. This game needs a 3-ball. Trust me, if you own a triple action or star action, this is on extra ball, you want those games to be on 3. The star action I put that on 5-ball. The star action I sold, and I was playing that game forever. So I put it on the 3-ball, and it was a lot more entertaining. It's not fun when you're constantly winning ball after ball after ball because you're scoring. So I put it on the 3-ball. I liked it a lot better on 3-ball. And I'm guessing this is basically the same thing but 4-player. So I think take care, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I'll be able to join you next week on your stream. I'm going to try to. I'm really going to try to. Yeah, the 3-ball is a lot more preferable on this game, I believe. Unless you really love this game so much, just to keep cranking on it and cranking on it. That triple action I had, I think my high score was 1,300,000-something on it. But anyways, so now I can take this head and I can, as soon as I clean this table off, I'll move this to the side. I'll take what's left of the head, which is here. As you can see, that I did take the board out of the head to work on it. If that wonder why it looks strange to you at all. That does just right straight out on bolts. Well, unscrews from the head. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6. Yeah, there's 9 screws that hold this into that, and then that's it. So, as you can see, otherwise I'd be fighting a wall that's about this tall. I'd be fighting that much of the game, getting in there to do my thing. And now, I can just go like this and get right into the game. So I think I'm going to do that from now on. Like when I do score reels and stuff. Because man, I can just pop this thing out. And now it's, look at that. It's not in a way of the side of the cabinet or anything. These are intertight. Alright, get that and snap her back down. There we go, those are all snapped in. Yep, so this is done. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to, since I got this out, I'm going to later, before I screw it around, I'm just going to look at all these to make sure that they're good. Since now I can get right down in there and look at them really good, get them illuminated real good, get paper behind them to see how they open and close. I'll be doing that because that's going to be so much easier now. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. But like I said, I was chatting with my buddy Wes, talking about working on these games. And he had mentioned this, and I'm like, why didn't you think of this, Mark? But yeah, it works. We're all out of my Arnold Palmer light. Half and half. So I guess that's about it, everybody. Anybody got any questions for me? Comments? Anything? I'll do my best to answer. Well, you all are still here. If you get anything for me. I think mayonnaise is made with oil and egg whites. So we got that out of the equation. I love these flashlights. This is number 1. I bought 3 of these things. So when one goes dead, and then I'll use number 2 and charge number 1. Because they do go dead on you when you use them for a while. You just can't get away from having a flashlight go dead. So I figured I'd get 3 because I've had it go dead on me before, and now I know it won't go dead on me. Look at that, I'm putting my tools away. Nobody's got anything for Mark? Mark. Mark. My dog marks. When you come over by my house, my dog will mark at you. You go, Mark. Oh my, I'm just so funny. I guess I'm entertaining. There's enough people watching, so. Anyways, here we go. Mark's Basement Arcade link. Please subscribe. Check it out if you like this work. All my Twitch videos, as soon as the show is over, I download them and then upload them to YouTube so they stay forever, because they don't stay on Twitch. They will eventually disappear. So I've been putting them on YouTube for everybody to enjoy at a later date. Look at it, I'm just cleaning up while you guys are here. This is awesome. I'm getting stuff done. What else? There's the MGC link. April 1st through May. April 29th through May 1st. See, that's a problem, Dan. Right here. This needs to get updated. See what everybody says. That says November 5th through 7th, 2021. I need that updated, Dan. It needs to get updated. April 29th through May 1st, 2021. Be there. And you can play this game. What else I'm going to bring is probably my my Beat. I didn't look at those relays. Oh well. My Beat Flight 2000. I checked them already. They're okay. What I mean by a Beat Flight 2000, it's not in the best shape. It's been used. It's been abused. Yeah, this is the fun thing you didn't tell me about is now I gotta line up these holes. Yeah, that's the fun part. Lining up the holes. I didn't realize that was gonna be a fun thing to do. Is that these holes are going to be hard to see. Okay, those two are good. So yeah, my Flight 2000, I am not refurbishing it at the moment. It will need a full refurbishing. But it works, it plays, it does its thing. I figured it would be something good to bring there, and everybody can see what a game out of the wild looks like. So I'm going to be bringing that to MGC for people to play. And no, it's not for sale. I do have two of them. Taking a two and making one, and then one of them will be for sale. But I have a brand new CPR playfield for my one that's in storage right now. So that one's getting a new CPR playfield. Well, actually no, the one I have in storage, that playfield is decent. The one I'm bringing to the show needs a new playfield. So you'll be able to see what a Beat Flight 2000 playfield looks like. Like I said, the game fully plays. It does everything it's supposed to do. It just isn't the prettiest game. You know, it's got wear on it. It's been repainted at one time. But yeah, it plays great. And this game right here is really clean. So this game will be available to play at MGC. And if I do sell it, it's not going to be cheap for two reasons. One, it's going to be fully LED'd with Comet bulbs. So that's going to add some value right to it right there. It's going to have an EM scorekeeper on it. That's adding value to it right there. So yeah, this one's going to be a little expensive. But it's going to look so good that that's going to outweigh the price. So now the head is done. Next week we're going to work on the playfield. I have two playfields I need to work right now on. I have to strip them down and get them tore apart, all the pieces cleaned, rebuilt. Oh, this is heavy now. All that fun stuff that you can think of. I hate 2 and 4 player heads. They're just tanks. So, but this glass is beautiful on this. So I did clean the sockets too. That's right. I have to go and clean all this off and then put all new bulbs in, and then we'll be set. I think I'm gonna buy some more. I think they're sunlight bulbs from Comet. They're gonna go into the score reels to make them real pretty looking. And I have to clean these off. Those are always dirty, and they never match these. And as you can see, these are all on different scores, so that way when I plug it in and start a game, I can watch all of them to make sure that they go through their full set of resetting, and then the game start. So whenever I build them, I always leave them at weird numbers. Sometimes I put them at important numbers that mean something to me, like I didn't on any, but I am going to right now. Here. 1964. It's when the Beatles came to America. 2631 was the address I had. I think that'd be about it. The 1964 and 2631. Alright, I guess that's about it. Thought that dropped somewhere else where it wasn't supposed to be. So thanks everybody for tuning in and watching. Like I said, next week we will be doing the playfield. So I think I'm kind of beat. So I'm going to get my cousin Marvin over here, and he's going to set this playfield up. We're going to set it up in a usual spot right here. It's going to go right here where I usually have machines. So Marvin's going to come and set it up, so hopefully it'll be a Marvin video tomorrow. If I'm not too tired to call him up and get him over here and to set up the playfield, the cabinet. I am just beat. So yeah, if I can call him up and get him over here, I will do that. If not, we won't. So anyways, I'll be back. It's Sunday at 2, and I'll have more pinball ideas for you, and we'll have things you'll have things you want to talk about, and I will too. Everybody, take care, and later.